What's up, you guys? This is your girl, Queen Talks Crime. I am back with another video. Shout out to my old subscribers, my new subscribers. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit the post notification bell so you'll know what every time I come through with another video. All right. So I value my subscribers' opinions. I value their their feelings, their opinions, and their comments. So I've also had a subscriber who probably think I forgot about you. Boo, no, I didn't. So she asked me to look back at this video. Like I said, I've been watching a few times, but I'm going to watch it with y'all, and I'm gonna point out a couple of things that bothered me. All right. So a subscriber asked me to go back over a video, the interview, and look at the houses around and see what I think. So here it goes. Here's what I think. I will be pausing a few times out of here throughout the interview. So I'm not gonna try to have this video so long, but I'm gonna do the best that I can. Okay. Still prayer to Texas. Prayers out to everybody who has been impacted by this Arctic blast, this storm that has came through. So prayers to everyone who has been impacted, including myself. I've been snowed in, but I was able to drive on the snow today, so kudos to me. But I was able to drive out to the grocery store and things, that I needed in my home. So, thank God for that, And thank God I got power, because everybody doesn't have power. So just appreciate the small things. We have to appreciate the little things, because there's somebody out there that doesn't have those little things that we may take for granted every single day. Now, also prayers to Orrin and Orson, that they'll be found no matter what the circumstance is. Prayers to those babies. And shout out to the people that's still on the ground searching for those babies. Let's get into the video.
Community, for all the support we've seen. We've felt so helpless. And seeing everybody out here really looking and helping out really means a lot.
All right, so as you can see, Trezell West is taking deep breaths in. He seems very annoyed, very bothered, very irritated. I mean, I don't know why you would be so irritated and you're doing this interview for your missing children, right? Orrin and Orson, right? So why would you be so irritated? And then, everybody already knows the swaying, like she's in somebody's church service sitting down with a fan. We already know that these two know where these boys are at, or were, or had possibly done something to these children. A lot of people suspect it. I suspect it. I feel like Trezell and Jacqueline done something to Orrin and Orson. You never know who actually could have hurt them, because they both look like psychopaths. But I am looking at the area around. I see a couple of people walking. We just saw a male walk from behind the white truck. So let's keep going.
So, tell us what happened the night the kids went missing.
Okay.
From our yard.
It was cold.
It took him a while. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's taking you a minute, because you got to get your story together. You got to remember it as you rehearsed it. You have to remember as you rehearsed your story of what you're going to say to the news.
I was going to make a fire. There's a lot of wood in this area right here next to our house. I opened up the back gate.
I keep seeing somebody walking back and forth behind them back there where the blue trash can is. I do not know, if they're just trying to see what's going on. Because sometimes you got nosy people that want to know what's going on. What's the news there for? What didn't happen? We got nosy neighbors. Nosy Nancy's, as we used to call them.
I'm throwing wood, bringing it inside the house. My wife's inside. She was actually wrapping gifts, so we thought it was a good idea that our youngest two go outside and play with chalk on the back patio. Do not let them go on the dirt in the backyard. We keep them close. So I was playing with chalk, and I came in the house. I saw them there.
Let me go ahead and address this. I do not believe, because some people believe that chalk is the dog. I personally do not believe Chalk is the dog. I believe they were supposed to allegedly play with the chalk, allegedly be playing with actual chalk that you write with on concrete. Okay? I do not believe Chalk is a dog. And I do not believe those kids was back there playing with actual chalk, writing on the patio. I do not believe that either. I don't even believe the kids was out in the backyard at all. This is a ruse, in my opinion. This is a story made up by Jacqueline and Trezell.
One house, I came back out, I didn't see him now. I immediately went back in, asked my wife, did you see the boys? She said, no, they should be outside playing with chalk. I said, well, I didn't see them, so I came back outside and I started searching my backyard. I searched the whole thing. I realized that I left the gate open and I panicked, came inside the house, searched the house, me and my wife. Once that...
So the people behind them looks like they're walking back and forth. I guess now they're doing trash. It just seems like they're kind of really watching what's going on.
I didn't pan out. I got in the van. I looked down the street, both directions. It was getting dark, getting cold, and I got in the van and I hit a bunch of corners. I went down this street. I turned my light on. I searched. I called their names. I talked to a gentleman on the street on the other side over there. He didn't see them. So then I came home and I told my wife.
Pause right here. You did not talk to no gentleman on the street on the other side because you drove, looked, all within 5 minutes. So you did not talk to nobody on no side of no street. I believe that's a lie as well.
We need to call the cops. It's getting dark and I need help. We gotta get going. So I called the cops. Cops came. First thing they did was tell us to stay in the house so they can get a hold of us. And they had us just sitting there, and we wanted to keep searching. But everybody came out in droves, and I wanted to thank you guys that night, but we couldn't go outside.
The cops told us the best are out here.
The best are out here searching.
We also found out that is a lie. The cops did not tell them not to search. So the police did say that they did not tell them that. So these two right here are lying. They did not search for their own personal reasons because it came out that the cops never told them to sit in the house. The best are out there. They said they never stated that to them. So these two are lying on that statement as well.
And we appreciate it. And nobody ever could tell. We could never talk to anybody. And that was the issue.
We just want to thank everybody.
We really want to thank you guys.
Please, if anybody has seen them, please call. Let somebody know.
It's call the cops. Call California, the city police department. Call them and let them know what you've seen, if you see anything. Our boys, they are going to be.
I do find it very weird that he have his arms cuffed up like that, standing like that. It takes very good focus to be able to hold your arms like that for a long length amount of time. Okay? Long length of time, it takes a lot of discipline to be able to do that. Excuse me.
Rambunctious. Okay? They are.
And then you... So you are describing your last moments with your two false adoptive children. You're supposed to be, if someone kidnapped your kids, you're supposed to be pleading to the public or to who may have taken them and speak good things about them so they can see the good in your children to release them and bring them home. You're talking negatively about your own children. Okay? Using that word rambunctious that we've already went over in the past, but I'm just, doing the interview. I never put it on my channel, and looking at certain things that a subscriber asked me to do.
Going to be here in this area, and I really would like to go in the house.
How do you know they're going to be here in this area? How do you know they're going to be here in this area? You do not know that unless you know where they are. You would not be able to know they're going to be in this area. They didn't even walk off from the house. All of that is a lie. They was never outside. But you to say they're going to be over here in this area, you want people to focus in this area. No, you trying to distract from people finding the children.
But it's not because I want to invade people's privacy. I just want to know if make sure. That's it. Because I don't. Go ahead. I'm sorry. If you got any questions.
Oh no, you're good.
Oh, okay.
I was just gonna say, this is the first time we're hearing from you guys, and I can't imagine what you guys are going through. I can't even fathom it. For you guys, for people who are thinking that there's some kind of foul play involved. We just spoke to the biological mother. She says she had a conversation with you guys, and that she thinks there's some kind of foul play involved. That she thinks you guys did something.
And that's understandable.
What's your response to that?
That's understandable. I would think the same thing.
Yep.
I mean, that's exactly the point. And if we can find our babies, then guess what? That's no. And that's all I want is to find our babies. That's it. And I talked to her this morning, and I really wanted to tell her that I am completely sorry because...
If you talked to her this morning and you wanted to tell her you were sorry, you should have just told her you were sorry. But there is speculation. I'm going to go ahead and state it because I'm going to speak the truth, nothing but the truth on my channel. And I value what my subscribers think and their opinions. And I value, like I said, we don't know no facts in this case. Pretty much we don't know anything is speculation. There are some people that believe that some of the Bio family may possibly have known the West. Like the Bio mom, in the past, we know she's had visits with them. 1 minute she did state that she did not know them. But, there was pictures being displayed of her with visits with the kids in the past, a couple of years ago. So there are people that believe that they actually knew each other. And we do know that Trezell's West's parents and Ryan Dean's parents, they live a block or two away in close range. So it's hard to believe that they did not know each other at all.
We were entrusted with her children, and they came to us, and they became our children. And we named them, and they are our children, and so we want them back. So please, if y'all...
They're like property. You're treating the children like they're property. They're ours. They're ours. We named them. They're not animals. They're not dogs and cats. They're not your property. You treat them like they're your property. They're human beings that has feelings, emotions, life. They're human beings. Let's act like it. This man doesn't act like they're human beings.
Get back on what you guys are doing. We should be able to get a hold of somebody, but they took all of our tech, so they wanted to, I guess, just rule us out, which makes sense. That's part of the investigation. So that's pretty much it.
Have you guys, you talked to the police all last night?
Yes.
So you guys willfully gave them your
everything?
Technology,
yes.
The car?
Yes.
Did they get it? How did they get
His hands do look messed up, like they've been bruised. So I don't know is it from hitting something, burning stuff, getting rid of stuff, but he's hiding his hands, and I see from a close range that they are bruised. They're bruised.
a search warrant? Did you guys?
I don't see why they got one, but they got one.
Yeah,
we would
they
have let them
didn't
take
need one,
anything.
but...
We would have let them take everything. We let them come in and search with us. We asked them to come do that.
What did they take?
Just tech. And that's it. Like our phones.
From the house, how did they?
They did not just take text, you guys. They also took bags and bags of evidence out of the home. Okay? They took bags and bags of evidence out the home, not just tech. But they're going to sit up there and say on the interview they only took tech. No, they did not. That is not true. They took multiple bags of evidence out of that home.
Should I answer that? Or?
Answer it to us, yeah.
Okay. So, in
So people
Okay.
are asking.
I guess.
Hold on. Other people are asking questions, and he's asking the interviewer, "Should I answer that or whatever?" You can see they really don't want to engage with the people outside that's around them, which I believe is the Bio family. They really don't want to engage with anybody out there. You can tell they don't even want to be around there. You can tell they really don't even want to do this interview, to be honest. I don't even feel like they want to do this interview. But, you guys, something is wrong with his hands. Thank you for the close-up view, news reporter, and cameraman, because his hands are screwed up. He did something. I don't know what he did that jacked his hands up, but that is very suspicious to me.
I don't even know.
I see. Yeah, we seriously felt like we needed to be out here. We did. Again, we were told the best are out here looking already. Just to stay put. They have more questions. There was literally a cop with us the whole time in there.
He had sitting down. We would ask, can we go help? They had to sit down.
Said no.
He said, no, we got the best out there.
So
we need you guys here in case we have more questions.
I don't want you guys thinking we didn't try. We actually looked before we called police.
Yes.
That's another lie. First of all, Jacqueline, stop trying to coach and lead. It seems like she's trying to lead him to say what to say and not to say the wrong thing. It sounds like they're just feeding off of each other. And also, y'all did not look. There is that video that's been released that he did not look everywhere around that house. All of the backyard, front yard. No, he did not on the side. He did not look everywhere. He actually went one way when he left out of the driveway. He went to the left, turned around in 4 to 5 minutes. No more than 6 minutes. And he came right back. And he stood by the tree the whole time until the police got there. He did not look. So that's another lie I want to point out.
And I imagine the mind-boggling part is the search for information. What happened? Where are they?
Yes.
Et cetera, et cetera.
And
and just so we are able to present the information correctly, at what time did you guys notice your kids went missing? And at what time were they reported missing to the police?
It's about, I think it was about 4:30, going on 5. It was getting dark, like I said.
5-ish.
5-ish. That's about it. That's when everything played out.
And then when did you guys call the police to report them missing?
After we searched
a
little bit around here, it was dark, so we
played out like a story. This is a story, a scripted story. You know, certain words they use, you can kind of get an idea. You use played out. This is not a story. You're not telling a story. This is a reality. But to them, it's a story because they already know what they've done. So they're telling us this story.
Definitely, we got worried.
Would you say it was maybe within an hour, a couple hours?
No, it was within minutes of us getting finished with our search. Okay. It was within minutes.
Okay.
I'm done.
What do you guys want people at home to understand about this situation? For them,
I mean, let me just say this. It's kind of weird because these people behind them are going back and forth, back and forth. I thought at first they was moving trash, but they're constantly going back and forth. So I don't know if they're putting things in a truck. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what they're doing behind them in the back. I'm trying to see if they're next door or across the street. I'm trying to see what that's all about.
Even speaking about what you guys are feeling is difficult, what do you want them at home to understand about this whole situation?
We're going through it. It's difficult. I mean, everybody's making their own their own conclusions. They don't know anything. We're not sure everything. We're not sure. We said what we knew, and if anybody has seen them, or anything, please call. the police department.
Would you be willing to provide pictures, or do you have any?
I have older pictures. All my newest were on my phone.
Okay, that's fine.
We also aware that that's a lie because even when they got the tech back, we have not yet gotten no newer pictures. Don't nobody have no new photos of these children. That's very suspicious to me that nobody on either side has newer photos of these babies. Which leads me to believe that these children have been gone longer, way longer than what they're saying.
A lot of people are speaking of this as, after the math, past tense. I want to talk about your kids in present tense. What kind of boys are these? Tell us about the boys.
Very playful, very rambunctious, and they do love to wrestle. They do love to kind of get rough with each other.
Kids.
They're kids.
Tell me about your boys. Tell me, he wants to know good things about your kids, idiots. Y'all are giving them not good things about your children.
Of course, they would love to go out, but so during the pandemic, we weren't trying to go, out here. And so we stayed inside.
By the way, if y'all did not know, these two, they always kept their children inside. Even at their past residence, their children always was kept inside. They was never allowed to go out and play. So we already know that the story of them being outside playing with chalk is not true. At their past apartment that they was at before they ended up in Cal City, there is neighbors that have never saw the kids outside. They will see them in the window. And then the older two foster kids that they had in the past, I believe was the older two. They may have seen a couple going in and out, but they didn't allow them out to play. They would keep them in the inside. And there might have been one or two incidences where a child has snuck out of the home and had a crying spell, but that was a neighbor displaying that, but they wasn't allowed to actually go out and play. It had been instances where they had maybe snuck out or, without them knowing.
Did you guys ever go out and search?
Yes.
We did. We searched before we called the cops. That's what we were saying.
What time did they come up missing?
They came missing right before it got dark. And then I searched that property. I even drove around this neighborhood right here. I even talked to a gentleman on that side, one of those streets over there. I said, did you see some little black kids?
Did you go that way looking for them?
That's the direction I was going to come. But when I came back home, I decided to call the cops because it was dark. They couldn't have got away that fast.
And why did it take two people to go in the house and leave two kids out here by themselves? It should have been one parent going in and one parent right here watching the child, not two parents going in the house and leaving two little kids out here by themselves for 10 minutes.
No, they were in the backyard. And the back gate was open.
Out the backyard?
And the back gate was open, and I was getting wood from this lot here.
So you guys been unresponsible and left the gate open, left some little kids outside with the gate open.
All right. Sorry, you guys were talking about your boys who you're, I understand. For a mother's intuition, I know you were saying, and we'll get your names after this, but you were saying how you feel like they're in this area. Do you feel the same way? And what is the intuition? What is the sense you get? What do you think happened to your boys? Do you think someone took them? Do you think they're lost? Do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely know they're not walking around. They're not that kind. They do not just roam around. These patches. They definitely, I think definitely would have been picked up or something.
That was my assumption.
Have they ever taken off of the yard before?
No.
They've never taken off?
No.
You guys are new to Cal City, right?
Yep.
How long have you guys been living here?
Just 3 months.
Do you have any more questions?
It's crazy because y'all say y'all came out looking for the kids and y'all got neighbors that say y'all ain't even came out looking for no kids.
The neighbors weren't out here.
We were looking.
We were looking.
I'm just saying, bro, it's crazy, bro. I got kids of my own.
Where do you live?
Them little boys that y'all raising, them is my biological family.
I understand, bro.
I don't leave kids outside.
And I understand.
I have 9 kids. I have 9 kids
There's outside in the backyard that I was watching.
Leave my kids unattended, not even for.
I mean, I get that people are upset, but at the end of the day, these children should not have been with the West. So the question is still, why were these kids placed with the West when you have all these family members and friends out here? That just bothers me. You got all these people that, I mean, just where were you guys when the boys needed a place to stay before they ended up with the West? Anyway, so you got the West sitting there aggravated, irritated. They're sick of answering questions. Now let's get to Jacqueline. Jacqueline said, yes, we, no, Trezell, honey. Trezell was the one, you guys, who was out searching, well, not even searching, but jumped in the car. Jacqueline never came outside. All right? That's shown on video.
Like, you sit here.
We get that. We get it.
They were in the backyard.
We feel it.
You don't even look like you worried,
But you said the gate. Y'all finna go inside the house, right?
Yeah.
Y'all are foster parents, right?
No.
Okay,
we're
but y'all
adopted
adopted them,
Yeah,
right?
they are
Okay,
children.
shut the gate. Go in the house. Why did it take both of y'all to go in the house and leave them outside by themselves?
I understand.
And y'all know the gate was
Why
open.
haven't y'all been out with the people around this neighborhood?
Because Jacqueline never was outside. He was outside with the two boys. Allegedly. Jacqueline was never outside. She was supposed to be allegedly wrapping gifts.
We already told on camera.
I saw y'all on no cameras last night. I didn't even see y'all out here praying with them people.
Then Jacqueline, I'm going to point out that she said, where you live at? So she's getting pissed off that you're even questioning them. Like, you don't have the right to question me. And I believe that's how she's feeling. Like, why are you even questioning? They don't even want to talk to these people. They don't want to engage with nobody out there. They don't even want to do this interview. They don't want to do anything. At the end of the day, these two know where these babies are.
People was out to take care of my nephew. Not supposed to happen.
I understand.
Y'all was supposed to take care of my nephew.
I understand.
If anybody's watching at home who knows anything, or if somebody who has these kids, if they're watching.
Let me say this, and I might do another video on it. Y'all let me know in the comment section. I've had a couple subscribers write, and I've also heard that Ryan Dean possibly was there 45 minutes earlier. Let me know, what do y'all think or feel about that? Because a couple of people, and I got to do some more research to see what's up with that. But I believe that she was supposed to have been somewhere 45 minutes earlier. So that's why some people believe that they knew them, or did she been out there before, or something of the sort, because people are saying 45 minutes earlier. 45 minutes earlier, okay? I'm getting many comments about 45 minutes earlier. So, I'm going to look into that and probably do a separate video just specifically on Ryan Dean being there earlier, before it made it to the news.
What is your message to them?
The message has always been, as soon as possible, call the California City Police Department. And please bring our babies home. And that's that.
That's one of the reasons why we actually didn't want to do this.
This is the reason why. Because we were under orders to stay in the house and stay.
Oh, they have issues
because they're going to need to be contacted.
See the biofilm, we could not be aggressive. It was hard, they kind of interrupted the interview. I would like for it to have been a longer interview so I can see what more evidence I could find out from Trezell and Jacqueline without the interruption. But they're irritated. They probably would have told more on themselves if they was a little bit comfortable, didn't have a lot of distractions around. They probably would have told more of themselves than I would have, because when you do something wrong, these people are kind of stupid, because, excuse my language, but they're kind of ignorant, because they're using words that they're kind of they're very telling on themselves that they had a lot to do with this, but they're very irritated and frustrated because they don't want to deal with the Bio family, and you can see that the Bio family is aggressive at this time, which is understandable at some point. But people have the question is where was all these people before they ended up adopted with the West? And that is a question that I have as well. Also, let's finish out these last couple of minutes of this interview.
We cannot go outside, and that was the issue. And that was the issue. We were under orders by the cops to stay home in the house and let the professionals look.
But you just said that they were your children. If they were your children, regardless of what somebody told you, wouldn't you want to go look for them?
Well, we have cops actually posted in the front door right there.
How cold it is at night? Would you
I totally understand.
If you guys actually have that question, you should ask the police officer.
But do you see how it seems that the kids was left unattended? You guys went in the house and then the kids disappeared. How did they disappear?
Exactly, and that's the word we trying to figure out.
It doesn't make sense. How did they disappear? How did they go out? You guys had the house supervised already. And my question is, why were they the only two children out? Where were the rest of the kids?
The rest of the kids were with grandma.
Who?
They left. They went on vacation.
So they didn't?
No, because they're too young.
First he said they was with their grandma, then he said they went on vacation. So this seemed very planned and set up. I don't believe the children was outside playing with chalk. And they do not want to answer these questions at all.
We watched them. And it turns out that happened.
How did the
Just really quickly before we forget, first and last names, spelling of both for both of you guys.
So, excuse me, say it again?
Just first and last name.
Spelling of who or what?
Or just your first and last name.
Our names.
Trezell West
Jacqueline
is
West.
Trezell West.
Okay, and for you?
Jacqueline.
I'm sorry, one more time?
Jacqueline.
Okay. West?
Yes.
Okay, guys. We'll let you go.
All right.
Sorry about that.
She probably want to feel bad.
So that's the ending of the interview. So I'm gonna leave it right here because I've already been on 32 minutes and I wasn't trying to do a very long video. But, leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about this interview, if anything stuck out. But I do see what my subscriber was talking about. There is a couple of men that are going back and forth. You can see them throughout the interview. 1 minute look like they're taking out trash. Next minute it look like they're putting something in a truck. So I did notice, I don't know what side the house that's on. It might be the next door neighbor. But, excuse me, y'all. I think I'm getting sick. But I do notice that a lot that I didn't notice at first. So it's good to go back and rewatch things that you don't notice in the beginning because you might pick up something that you missed in the next time you watch the video. So like I said, you can Google this Trezell and Jacqueline interview with adoptive parents, and you can go over and watch it yourself. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, post them down below. Make sure you hit the post notification bell so you know the next time I post another video. Thank you guys. Love you guys. Shout out to my old subscribers and my new subscribers. Thank y'all for watching.